British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has criticized Donald Trump for his comments that troops from the NATO countries, other than Americans, stayed away from the front line during the war in Afghanistan. Now, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer described Trump's remarks as insulting and appalling, says that they caused deep hurt to the families of those killed or injured. Let's listen into what he said.
Let me start by paying tribute to the 457 of our armed services who lost their lives in Afghanistan. I will never forget their courage, their bravery, and the sacrifice that they made for their country. There are many also who were injured, some with life-changing injuries. And so I consider President Trump's remarks to be insulting and frankly appalling. And I'm not surprised they've caused such hurt to the loved ones of those who were killed or injured, and in fact, across the country.
Siddhant, coming back to you, President Trump's comments here about the NATO allies and their role in Afghanistan has invoked quite strong rebukes from the NATO as well as the UK Prime Minister. So how does this affect the relationship with the NATO cohesion as well as US and UK personal relationship?
Well, there is definitely a crack in the transatlantic relationship, which used to be considered as the holy cow once. Whether it's France, whether it's Germany, whether it's United Kingdom, one or the other sticking point is existing in the relationship. In fact, now this recent one is regarding the contribution made by the British forces in Afghanistan. In fact, President Trump said that it was the US forces which fought in Afghanistan, things like that. In fact, this has been going on at all levels. At the World Economic Forum, it was Secretary Lutnick versus the British Trade Minister over Lutnick accusing Europe of setting net zero goals and then relying fully on China for the rare earth, for the technology, things like that. So every day one or the other issue is being brought up in the public domain, where President Trump slams European countries, slam President Trump, whether it's President Macron, Chancellor Merz, now British Prime Minister Starmer. This has been going on from quite some time, and now this fresh controversy is over the contribution of British forces in the war, in the war in Afghanistan. Now, Keir Starmer sought Donald Trump's apology for making that statement. He said that what President Trump said is insulting for the British forces.